Peace, peace. What's going on? We are the After Show Sample Challenge 162 weeks. You know what I mean? And we got last week's winner of 161 Beetz in the building. You know what I mean? We got there was top five. 3 of the top 5 is in here. One of the top 5, he's very sick. He couldn't make it, and the other person I couldn't reach. I couldn't get a hold of. I don't know if he's overseas. I'm not too sure. And my pick's in here, and Rocco's pick is in here. Rocco wasn't able to make it because he had plans. He would have did it if we were able to do it after. And Analog, we'll do it next week with him. I know he had plans. He just got a brand new car or something. But Beetz, what's going on, brother, man? Top five. I mean, I know we got number 1, and but I'd rather go down to number 1 instead of mention number 1 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Do you remember who your 5th place person was?
Yeah, I had DJ as my 5th.
Yeah, your 5th. And what was the reason you liked the beat? Is there a certain reason what stuck out to you?
It instantly came on. And it was like super, like it just grabbed my attention, and it had just a dope pocket, and it stayed that way for the majority of the time. Then it had a dope flip at the end. Listening to everything that everybody had. The main thing that I was paying attention to was the mix and the creativity, based on the fact that we had an entire album to go through. It's like some people were picking the same thing, and I was getting kind of like peeved because I was like, there's a lot that like Herbie Hancock killed it. The soundtrack was like hella abstract, so you had like just random sounds you could have chose from.
All right, and you had number 4, which I believe was Ward. His beat name. You told me his beat name.
Steez Nutz.
Steez Nutz.
Yeah. I liked his joint because it had like a trap type feel, and he like utilized like he flipped the sample, but he didn't necessarily get too intricate with it. But his the drums and everything were just on point, and it had a dope bounce to it.
All right, and then number 3, which is in the building, which I believe was Soundmindz Eye.
Yeah, that just goes without saying, man. Like every week, he has consistently just dope stuff. So it just goes without saying. The way he layered the instrumentation, everything was dope. Sequence and just everything was just dope about it.
And then you had number 2.
Pariah, who's sick.
Pariah Rebel, yeah.
Pariah, to me personally, was probably like the most grimy, gutter, like Griselda-esque sounding. Like I automatically can hear like somebody on it, like off rip, like rapping. And I really like that joint.
And then number 1.
Yeah, Phil. I mean, like, just first of all, the fact that you have an instrumental, and you have a limit of 2 minutes, and to keep somebody's attention for 2 minutes without like I'm pretty sure that like every few bars it was something brand new. And he just kept changing, but not changing drastically to where it was like, oh, what's this? But like, it just kept your attention. The mix was dope, instrumentation, different things he added to the sample. He used like a different parts of the sample. It was just dope. The bounce, everything was just dope.
Congratulations, brother, man. Congratulations. And my pick was Mr. Illadelphia. I mean, Illadelphia didn't sound like Illadelphia. I'm not saying I don't like Illadelphia. I was like, and then he changed it, and it came. I was like, okay. You actually, I believe I rapped to the beat when it was on. I was like, this shit is dope right here. Like, yo, like, you know what I mean? I mean, this week had a lot of dope beats. Some certain people was not feeling the album, which I don't know why. You know what I mean? Shout out to Morgan. What happened was we was on a video chat, and Morgan said he just bought the record, and I'm like, let me see the record, and he showed me. I said, yo, we should use that this week and shit, and we end up using it. You know what I'm saying? And Rocco picked Mic Check, which Mike Check's beat was ridiculous to me too and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that shit made me want to rhyme. I don't know if I did rhyme to that shit too. Like, yo, like, and Mike, you were saying it. You were like, yo, people are gonna hear this shit and they're gonna, yo, that shit. It didn't sound like the normal Mike Check. Like, it didn't sound like the normal Illadelphia. It sounded different, yo. Not saying, like, let me go back, saying the original Mike Check I don't like. It just didn't sound like, if you told me it was Bobby's or something, I'd probably believe you or something. You know what I mean? Like, okay. You know what I'm saying? Is he right next to you? Is that why you like
Yeah, he right here. He right here.
Shout out to Bobby, man. I'm waiting for him to get in these challenges, man. Like, for real. Like, yeah. Let him know he's got to get in them. But yeah, so you guys, I'm gonna let you guys individually each talk, you know what I mean? Because I mean, I know that Soundmindz and Phil Kramer's been in previous back when we did the after show again. But Phil, let them know where you're from. What do you use? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? How long you been making beats? Let them know.
All right, I'm from Quantico, Virginia. I make beats primarily on FL Studio, a little bit on the Koala app. I use the keyboard, and I got a MPK 249 with the pads and everything, like to get on them joints a little bit. Been making beats. I made my first beats in '99. Took a long hiatus. Was in a band doing that type of thing, playing guitar and stuff. And then when that all ended, ended up getting back into making the beats by around 2015, I think. So been getting back at it ever since then.
Soundmindz.
And you've been hella dope at it too, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And the guitar work. Phil did some guitar work for me on another track, and that, like, I listened to that shit on repeat. Phil, I haven't even finished that track yet. I'm trying to get people on it, but it's just like it's perfect as an instrumental for real.
It is. Yeah.
Well. Speaking of doing Soundmindz, yeah, you tell them about you, people.
I'm Richmond, Virginia. I'm from all over the place, but Richmond, Virginia is where I've been for some shit. I use FL Studio, and this little thing right here is how I make everything.
Word.
I don't even know what it is. I don't feel like reading, but yeah, I've been making beats since I turned 30. So what? That's 7 years now. And I don't know. The first time I was confident enough to do anything for anybody to hear was on the Producer's Corner. Then, of course, from that, I graduated a little bit to the beat conductors and doing it live. I felt like I was gonna pass out standing up there playing my beats in front of all them people live. Like, this shit was crazy. You know what I'm saying?
I remember you did it when I brought you came to Hartford that time and did it then too and shit. Remember?
Yeah, see, but the thing there, I was able to sit down, right? So my knees didn't get weak. The beat conductors battles, you got to stand there face to face with who you're going against.
You know what would have been gangster if you would have brought a folded out chair.
Yo,
that would have been so disrespectful.
Yo, I actually thought about doing that, but I didn't want to do that. But I thought about it.
I would have thought it was. I would have been like, that's swag right there.
Hey, don't give me no ideas. Next time y'all see me. But yeah.
So what sample challenge did you start at? Do you remember?
I started at sample challenge 6.
And you, Phil, do you remember?
Wow. I started at 34, I think.
Oh, okay. DJ.
Well, I started at 87 too. So wow, I'm
gonna get you, Illadelphia. I got you, bro. I'm coming to you, man. I got you. I'm coming. To you. I'm coming.
The young buck, man. And
by the way,
I've only been making beats for not even 3 years, dude. I'm so new to this shit, dude. So.
Where you from then, Illadelphia? Where you from? Tell them where you're from. I mean, they're thinking Philadelphia because you're saying Illadelphia, but let them know.
I'm from Philly, but I moved out to. I'm about 40 minutes from Philadelphia. So, yeah, I was raised in Philly, but moved out to the suburbs. So
What do you use to make beats?
FL Studio, and I got an MPK Mini. That's all I use, dude. Right there. I can't really.
Yeah. You got the dark
MPK
shade
Mini.
on you right now. Yeah. All right, so let me go
MPK
to the
Mini and FL Studio. That's it.
let me go to the other side where I gotta apologize because I kept saying McAfee. It's DJ McAfee.
Man, you don't know how many pronunciations I've got of that name, man. It's okay.
Where you come from and everything, the same question.
Right. I'm from University Park, Illinois, which is a south suburb of Chicago, about 35 minutes from Chicago, depending on how fast you drive. I started making beats when I was around 12 years old on my sister's keyboard, and I used to record them onto karaoke tapes. But fast forward, I started using FL Studio, and currently I'm using a machine MK3
Need that.
that I've been using for quite a while. It's completely transformed what I've been able to do. It's one of the best investments I've made, since I've been doing this.
What sample challenge you came in with us? Well, how long ago was it?
Man, I think it was 147. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was 147. It was recent.
I know you've
This
been
year,
keeping in contact since. You're like, yo, hit me up. Like, that's what's up. Like,
yeah, I've been. It was this year I started. Yeah, forgive me if I can't remember the exact sample challenge, but it was around one. I think it was 147 if I'm to be exact. Yeah, I think that's when it was 147.
all right, the Beetz.
Originally from Toledo, Ohio. Been living in Northern Virginia for close to 7 years now. I keep track of that because my son's gonna be 7 on Tuesday. Shout out to him. But yeah, I mostly use now Machine MK2. But I mean, I started off on like a Boss DR5, upgraded to a Korg Triton, went to an MPC 1000, MPC 2500, and just progressively through the years, got to where I'm at right now. But that's pretty much. I mean, I've been producing since I was in high school, so about 20 years now. This year.
Wow.
And you,
I'm jealous. I'm jealous, bro.
yeah, and
But
you,
see, the thing about that is I'm always hesitant to say how long I've been producing, because it's like, I know cats that's like super young, like 21, and they be like, I've been producing a week, and it's like they got all these plugins and Free Loops or whatever software, and they play stuff, and I'm like, you've been producing a week, and they like, yeah, man, this is how it sounds. I'd be like, well, I remember how my first beat sounded. I recorded on a tape versus how yours sound on a laptop that doesn't have a CD drive. And I'm like, all right, well, that's why the whole time.
I gotta say one.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta say one thing, dude. There's a difference between buying sounds and making your own sounds.
Right.
That's exactly what I did with this week's sample challenge. So I made my own fucking sound out of the sample. And honestly, dude, it took me all week to fucking do it too. So,
but see, that's the thing though too, is like you put in that work and you have that skill set to where if you get put on an island, a proverbial island, of course, not like an actual island, but an island where you have to fend for yourself, you would survive. But if you take away plugins from some cats that really don't have the music theory or knowledge of sound design and stuff like that, they drown. And that's where it comes down to, what I'm saying? Like, the end result is what really matters. But at the same time, it's like if you have the knowledge and the skill level to do what you did, you last longer.
Right.
That's just the nature of the beast.
That's exactly why I want to make what I made this week, dude. You know, just to show like what you can do with the sample and how much you can manipulate it.
And see,
You know?
one of my tactics is sometimes, I don't do it all the time, but I try to make sure when I make beats with samples in it that if you take the sample out, you still got a beat.
A dope
You know
track.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's pretty much my mind state when I go into it. And a lot of people say I'm so musical and all this type of stuff. Is so much type of music that I listen to. In the composition, I really like classical music. You know, I like jazz. I like the chemistry between different instruments. Now, if I can put that, like if I'm sampling, I'm chopping, and I can put that same chemistry with those chops, that's what makes a track to me. Like just in case I want to do something with it and I can't clear the sample, I can say, well, fuck that sample. I got I got enough. You know what I'm saying, to take care of that. So yeah.
And I also want to point out too, like with Phil and Soundmindz, like I know them personally in person at beat battles, aggressive environments, and it's like hearing that and then hearing different joints from Soundmindz and Phil that's completely different. It just shows, like I said, like the versatility that both of them have, but at the same time keeping, you know, the essence of, you know, everybody has their own style and everything, but just, you know, it ain't always gotta just be super aggressive and everything. Like you're speaking of the musicality and stuff. Like I think that goes throughout all your production, Soundmindz. And Phil, you know, he just has like a ridiculous like pocket and bounce that he always has, and the live instrumentation with the guitars and different things like that. So, you know, I really, since I've been in Virginia and been affiliated with Beat Conductors and now with Producers Corner, I'm just taking this time to really learn from everybody that's talented and try to add to my own personal arsenal. So, you know,
everybody do that. What producers, what challenge did you start at?
I started like July of this year, so I want to say it may have been like 151 if you're going by weeks, 153, something like that.
You and DJ McAfee's around the same time.
Yeah, around the same time.
Yep.
So me ask you one question. Let me be, because you knew who Soundmindz and Phil was, that's not the reason why you picked the top 5. Not saying because the beats are dope.
No.
But you know, because as you know, this is why sometimes people look at it. You know what I mean? Like
no. And honestly, when I heard Phil's joint, I was like, I don't want to, but at the same time, I was like, I don't care.
No, you gotta pick what it is, regardless.
Yeah, because if I challenge anybody to listen to all the beats, like really listen. And the first thing that sticks out to me were the mixes. Like it would be cats that had like dope concepts, but the mix was terrible. So I'm like, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, this is dope, but the mix is bad. It's like you had the same amount of time as everybody else to get your mix right. I understand people got life situations and stuff, but you can hear, like, it's like my man said earlier, as far as the time you put into it. Like you can hear the time. And if I hear the time, me personally, and it sounds like you just said whatever to it, then I'm not gonna sit there and praise it or hype it up and be like, oh, when I listen to Phil joint, it had the time. When I listen to McAfee joint, it had the time put in. Like you hear the time, and that to me means a lot. So, you know, and I mean, there were other people, of course, too, that you had heard the time, but for me personally, those were the ones that stuck out. It just coincidentally were people that I actually know. But I mean, favoritism, whatever. Whatever to that.
No, I just want, you know what I mean? I think, yo, these brothers is fucking fire. Yeah, it's me, you know what I mean?
And then, like, before I was even like jumping into challenges, it wasn't like no coincidence that like every other week you would either see Soundmindz or Phil or, you know what I'm saying? So when he was, you know, more into it or whatever, like names just popping up.
You know, before we get off of this, and I still gotta talk to Mike. Soul City did get in. He sent it to me. I didn't see it, and he didn't post in the comments. So he told me not to, but I'm gonna play the beat on here and let you actually hear what he did, and people here on this after show because they missed it on the other show. He did send it to me. He sent it to me on the WeTransfer, and I didn't see it. And me and Rocko, and what happens is, I download all the beats that I have, and then I go look at the comments and see who sent them to me and who hasn't. And then I hit them up. Yo, you haven't sent me your beat. Send me it. And I'll tell them in the comment and in their inbox. And if they don't send it to me and see it, I'll still hit them up when they pop in. You know, they go, yo, did you get my beat? I'm like, no, but send it to me now. You know what I'm saying? Like, boom, and I'll play it. You know what I mean? Because I can't, like before I used to have to go and then download the beat. And sometimes a producer won't have it on SoundCloud or YouTube. They'll have it on like where they just show the screen and it's playing. So like, you know how you can do MP3 to SoundCloud? I do it sometimes if I have no choice, but there's between where I don't have the choice. So then they get pissed that I didn't play it, and I said, I told you. And anybody's watching now, watches this, make sure you send me your beat when you put it in the comments also. It's got to be both. You know, because then the judge, if the judge didn't watch the show, the judge is not he's gonna miss out on your beat to fucking put it in it. You know what I'm saying? So if he didn't, you know what I mean, for the time, because not every time a judge can sit there and watch the show. You know what I mean? So, but going into that, mic check.
Yo.
All right, now your turn. The same questions.
Well, shit. I started making beats in 2003. You know what I'm saying? I use Fruity Loops 8, and I still use Cool Edit to sample in. I was an MC first. I still rap a little bit, but that was my passion. I'm in Greensboro, North Carolina.
Oh,
and,
shit.
Yeah. You know, all that shit right up the road, all that. So yeah.
Shout out to Sharita. Sharita brought Mike.
Sharita brought me in. I came in around 67 or 68, something like that. So I've been doing shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Before I was doing beat battles or whatever you want to call it, I was doing rap battles. So yeah, same shit.
Yo, this makes me feel like a young bull, bro.
Makes you feel what?
Like a young bull, bro.
Yeah. 03, yeah. I'm in my mentor house now. I grew up listening to him make beats. He had the SP 1200, Triton, all types of shit.
And I know you next to him, and I tell you something. Everything that I ever heard him play is official, and I'm waiting for him to get in these sample challenges. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and he was supposed to get in the head-to-head. You know what I mean? I was like, come on, man, because when he was playing them joints, I was like, this dude is nice too. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm gonna before we get off here, I'm gonna play Soul City's beat because you know he got missed out.
Well, I want to give congratulations to all y'all, man, and thanks, you know what I'm saying, for your dope shit, nothing but dope shit, ill critiques. That damn points ratio shit, Rocco done started that shit crazy as hell. He got me doing it. He got me doing that shit too, man. But you know what I'm saying. But I got to get out of here. I got to bust a move, man. But yo, I'll see y'all.
All right, Mike. Yo, Mike, I appreciate you, man. I'm gonna play this joint real quick before we out. All right, Mike.
All right, now, peace, fellas.
Peace out, brother.
Here it is before we go. I'll play it so City get his beat on. I know Beetz is listening. I want to see how Beetz feels.
You know, a battle I like to see is Phil and Soul City, and I need Beetz against Doc Spliff. I can watch those. Like y'all can have like 12 rounds, and I'm there for all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Oh shoot! Oh!
I see Soul trying to switch up his little. Okay.
Oh, yo, that's nasty. Some West Coast.
He said he made 3 beats. He made 3 beats and one.
That's how I'll be trying to make beats. Hey, that snare is nasty.
Yeah, that's his focal point, that snare.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, just to get this clear, Phil and Derek, study all my senseis so I can beat y'all someday.
All right. That's his 2-minute warning and shit.
The only thing I gotta say is, why would he slack on sending that in, dude?
No, he didn't know. He was up all night doing that, and he's tired. So he didn't put it in the comments because he sent it to me and then he went to sleep. You know what I'm saying? And boom, and I didn't see it in the emails. You know what I mean? Because what happens is what I do when I look at my emails, I see that little staple thing. That's how I know that I got the beat. You know, because I get mad emails and shit. And I look next to it and I do the same thing on my spam, but still to this day, producers still get in my spam and have to put not spam. You know what I'm saying? So we missed it, so I wanted to make sure I played it. B, you think that would have made top 5?
Man, come on now. You know, come on. I'm glad he didn't send it in because then I would have been super biased. And they were like, oh, man, you know all three of them, all three? I don't care, man. That would have been, him and Phil would have been right here.
Yeah.
Right, man. That's undeniable.
I would have just been like.
Yeah.
So I guess we put him as top 6 and shit because he didn't play.
Honorable mention, man.
No, but yeah, so that concludes the 162, you know what I mean, the winner's circle, you know what I mean? And I'm going to post this before I post a new challenge, you know what I'm saying? So you guys post
all right, look, before you stop recording, I just want y'all to know, all of my little senseis I be talking about, I study all of y'all. Because I have one day I got to beat at least one of y'all. I ain't beat none of y'all yet.
You know, I'm gonna
at
tell
least
you,
one of y'all.
Soundmindz got like 6 or 7 rings in sample challenge.
Right.
So like, yo, he's like the top. You know what I mean? Phil up there now. How many you got now, Phil?
This would be my 3rd one, man. 3rd one. That's it.
Only 3rd.
Phil, you lying? You know you got about 12 of them.
Nah, man. I was supposed to have a few, man, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A few more, but I only got 3, man.
Soundmindz said 3rd, like in 28 or some shit like that.
Like 10, man.
Yeah, that's before all the good, like all the real good people got in there and started killing me.
Oh no!
Like I went from it was like sample challenge, like maybe 60 something, all the way to like 100 something. I ain't won nothing.
I mean, I kind of think it's coming back because producers just like y'all two, for instance, be jumping in and be like, oh shit, we got some new talent in here, and it's dope. It's dope to see y'all keep coming in when you get in, not just disappear. You know what I mean? Like staying in. Cause that's why we did the sample challenge discussion. You know what I mean? So we're gonna do that again.
Yo, I gotta say, Soundmindz, I think like it's just like you're getting a little too overrated, bro, because your fucking shit's too fire every time, bro. I'm telling you, bro. It's like, every time you fucking sample some shit, it's like, all right, come on, bro. Like, all right, really? This dude's doing this again? Like, what? Like, what?
I appreciate it, but
what? With this? With that?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I appreciate it, but I'm humble enough to understand exactly where I'm at.
You're too good with it, bro. That's all I'm trying to say, bro.
We're gonna conclude with it.
Accept the compliment.
162. I'm not gonna stop the video. I'm just gonna stop the recording. 162. We'll see you guys next week on the after show. Let's get it. We'll see you guys, and Phil will be with us next week to pick his winners. You know what I'm saying? So let's go.
Look,